Hello everybody, I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, then please do. In today's video, I will be doing a review. I'll be talking about Luke Hemmings' new album, which is called When Raising the Things We Turn Away From. Before I start this video, before I start with the review, please keep in mind I do have notes on this phone, so you see me looking down, that's why. And also, this is my opinion on the album, so if I rank one of your favorites low or the opposite way around, it's not because I think it's a bad song, it's because I prefer others more. So the first song on the album is called Starting Line. From the beginning, I already knew that it's going to be emotional. It's a very catchy song, and his vocals are really good. I was blown away. The next song is called Saigon. I like the beat, and I like how it's different from the last one. His voice is very relaxing. Also, having the title of the album in the lyrics was very clever. The next song is called Motion. The chorus is my favorite part. It's a very catchy song, and I like the message. The next song is called Placing Me, and I put the instrumentals and the emoji with the heart eyes. I started getting in my feelings halfway through. I feel like I was floating. And the next song is called Baby Blue. I wasn't feeling it that much, but I was singing a bit. The next song is called Repeat. I like the instrumentals and the feeling of the song is nice. The next song is called Mum. From the title, I knew it would be sad, but I didn't know it would be that sad. It's a really beautiful song, and what I love about the song is that even though it's sad, you can't help but sing along. The next song is called Slip Away. It's very catchy and his voice is very relaxing. At this point, I feel like I was in control of my body. The next song is called Diamonds. I'm not feeling the background noise, but the song is nice. The next song is called A Beautiful Dream. The song sounds very familiar. The beat changed as well, and the message at the end was very surprising, but I liked it. It was really nice. The next song is called Bloodline. I thought the song was interesting, and I wished it was longer. The next song is called Calm Down. Calm Down, Calm Down. It's a very relatable song, and it was nice, and it's a nice song to end the album. Now I'm going to say my thoughts of the album. My thoughts of the album is that it was really good. He has really good vocals, and a lot of times I felt peaceful. I can see how different his voice is compared to him being in Five Souls. I thought the album would be way sadder because it's like when I listened to Sour for the first time, and people kept on saying to me it was very sad, and it wasn't sad at some points, but I thought it would be sadder, but it was really sad. I would love to hear a lot of these songs on vinyl or live because I felt like I was in a concert throughout most of the songs. I'm glad that I've now listened to the album after wanting to listen to it for a while. He also sounds very similar to younger Ed Sheeran in some parts of the album. So my favourite songs were Starting Line, Motion, Placing Me, Mom, Slipped Away, A Beautiful Dream, and Bloodline. So this is my ranking of all the songs. So this ranking is based on my most recent listen to the album. So if I remember, I'll put it on the screen so you can follow along. So the first one is my first song. For number 1, I put Slip Away. For number 2, I put Starting Line. For number 3, I put Motion. For number 4, I put Mom. For number 5, I put Placing Me. For number 6, I put A Beautiful Dream. For number 7, I put Bloodline. For number 8, I put Calm Down. For number 9, I put Diamonds. For number 10, I put Repeat. For number 11, I put Saigon. And for number 12, I put Baby Blue. How do I feel about this ranking? I think that it's good, and a lot of these songs have grown on me. So even though I have some low, I do dance to the songs that I don't feel that much. Looking back at the ranking, I feel like Baby Blue isn't my least favourite anymore. I think Saigon is. So what I'm going to do is another ranking after my most recent listen to the album. So this is an updated one. So now I'm going to put, if I remember, I put this one on the screen as well. So for number 1, I put Slip Away. For number 2, I put Starting Line. For number 3, I put Motion. For number 4, I put Placing Me. For number 5, I put Mom. For number 6, I put Saigon. For number 7, I put A Beautiful Dream. For number 8, I put Baby Blue. For number 9, I put Bloodline. For number 8, I put Calm Down. For number 11, I put Repeat. And for number 12, I put Diamonds. So my thoughts on the updated ranking. So the ranking does seem more accurate. I would change Calm Down and Repeat, but I think everything else is correct. Baby Blue and Saigon has grown on me a lot, so that's good. listening to the album again made me think about how much I really want to hear the songs live. Overall, a lot of these songs made me feel like I'm at peace. So hearing them at concert would be really good. Now I'm going to say my thoughts on other people's rankings. I haven't seen that many reviews to the album, but I have seen a few, and what I love is that it's getting more attention. It deserves to be more, but seeing it deserves way more than the attention it's getting. But seeing the different ways people are reacting to the album is very interesting to me. So how I feel about Amory's Therapy is how I feel about this album. One of my favourite things is how I recommended the album to my friend, and she said to me how she was very proud of Luke. Hearing that made me really happy, seeing that she liked it just as much as I did, and plus Luke has always been one of my favourites from the band. So it's crazy how I can go from not knowing this album existed, but now I've listened to it lots, so maybe 7 or 8 times, or maybe 2 more times by the time I upload this video. But that's because it deserves to be on repeat. Now I'm going to say my songs that I think are overrated and underrated. For overrated and underrated, it's very hard to choose because all of these songs are underrated. You might say to me, but a lot of these songs have millions streams on Spotify or music services, which I agree about, and as they should. But as a music person, if one of my favorite YouTubers didn't react to the album, then I wouldn't know it existed. Or if it didn't come up on my Spotify recommended, then I wouldn't know it existed. So if one of my favorite YouTubers didn't do a video to the album, then I would have known that it existed, or I wouldn't have found it out until way later on. So if I had to choose a few for underrated, I would choose Saigon, but at the same time I understand why it's low, because I used to be the same way. I would put Motivate is very underrated since I have seen that low a few times. And the last one I would say is underrated would be Mum and A Beautiful Dream. I do understand that they are sadder songs, so that's why people will put them low. But if they're lower than 7 and 8, then I get very surprised, especially when they're in the bottom 3 of the album. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is my vinyls and my CDs. This is my vinyls. So that's the front. That's the back. Here's a blue one. And that's him. And then inside here, you got lyrics to his songs. The only lyrics that's not on this is Placing Me, Motion, and that's it. I think there's only Place Me and Motion that's not on this, but it's on the CD version. Or you can Google it. So that's the vinyl, and this is the CD. So that's the front, that's the back, and this is the little booklet that comes in it, and it has all the lyrics of the songs in it. So here's the lyrics for Motion and Pleasing Me. Now I'm going to talk about channels that have done videos to the album that I think you should watch. So the first one is called HT Hayes. The second one is Catherine Marie Reacts. The third one is Steven in the Studio. The fourth one is Blake McLean. The fifth one is the Party Review channel, and the sixth one is Morgan Brendan. Now I'm going to say my final thoughts. If you haven't listened to this album, then please go and listen to it. Even if it's been a while since you listened to it, please go and listen to it again. Even if it's been 2 days, go and listen to it because it deserves to be talked about more. But at the same time, I'm happy that it's kind of like our little secret. I have this opinion, and some people might disagree with me, but this is how I feel. I feel like compared to Luke when he was singing his voice in the band, his voice in this album is the full meal, and his voice in the other albums when he's in the band is the crumbs. So The album that I would say his voice is very similar to is Calm. He shines a lot in that album, but in this album it's 10 times bigger. So if you haven't listened to the album, so I think that's a good reason why, because his voice is 10 times better in this album. Yes, he does shine while he's in the band, but this one he shines more. And some people will be like, oh well, that's because in the band it's 4 of them, so that's why he doesn't shine as much. And I do agree with you. That is one of the reasons why. And as soon as I finished the album the first time, I already knew I needed it on vinyl. That's how good the album is. The album made me feel like I was at peace and all my worries has gone away. So if you've watched The Grinch, there's a part when Susie Lou is like, when they're saying that if you've done the circle and you sing, it's like all your troubles have float away. That's how I feel like when I listen to this album. It's just it's the same thing. It's the same feeling as going to concerts. It's like one of my happy places. That's all my thoughts on the album. If I've forgotten anything, then I'm sorry. If there's any albums that you'd like me to check out, then please let me know. Or if there's any videos, if there's any people that have done reviews of the album that you think I should check out, then please let me know, and maybe I'll talk about them in the near future. With all that said, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it when I post. I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye.